Whoa. Whoa.
Good.
Hey, what's up everybody? Morph here. Today on Arknights Endfield, I'm gonna share with you guys my current last Rite build as well as the team that I'm using around this character. I did give one of my other teammates a set of gold items that I think are necessary for this build to make it even stronger. The other two don't have gold armor yet because, well, I feel like I don't need it as of now, and I'm not sure if I want to continue with those other two characters later on. The resources are spread pretty thin right now, so here's what it is, right? So I don't want to fully invest in the crowd team. I still want to try other elements. All right, let's go. My last ride. Oh, I love this character. She's super cute. Best design in the game. Amazing gameplay. Really big damn, as you saw in the intro. Okay, let's get into it. As you can see, she is now level 80. And I can promote her to 90, but I still need to farm nano flakes. You need sanity for this. And it takes a hell of a lot of time. So it's gonna be a while until we 90 her. Alright, so next up, I want to show you guys that I got her best in slot weapon. Yes, this is really powerful. Well worth the investment if you like this character and the way she plays. But if you do not enjoy a combo stacker type of gameplay reliant on perfectly doing the strings, then maybe don't get this weapon. Again, you can still play this character efficiently, pretty damn good, with a different weapon called the Black Lung or the Dark Lung. I got the Black Lung pup. Yep, this weapon is also pretty good because it gives you attack, especially the arts burst. It almost always happens. So yeah, that's when you stack cryo on top of cryo. It's really easy to get this buff going. So it is a good weapon at that. Now, the big change is, of course, the armor pieces because this time we're actually going to be talking about it because they hold a little bit of weight. I have not upgraded any part of them yet, but I will in the future. Okay, so first up, let's talk about the set because set powers are very important in this game. I use Tide Surge. Since she is an STR and will power or will character, her primary stat is STR, will is the secondary. This is why I chose Tide Surge because it is STR and it is will. Not to mention, it also has cryo and electro damage dealt bonuses, which is the bigger part of the set. This is the one that you're going to want to upgrade. The 3-piece set effect is when wearers damage with skill damage, they deal 20% after the wearer applies 2 more stacks of art affliction. So in our case, it's cryo infliction. So it's really easy to gain this because you're gonna constantly be pressing your battle skill, applying cryo infliction nonstop. Yeah. So you already get a base 20% skill damage. After that, after you get 2 rounds of art affliction, you get 35%, combining it to a 55% damage bonus. This one's for the arts damage, this one is for the skill damage. So it scales a little bit differently. It's not like 55 total, it's actually 20 and 35 individual because these are 2 different stat buckets, which again is important. In this game, you don't want to put in all your stats into one thing. You don't want to go pure STR only and ignore other things. You want cryo damage, skill damage, arts damage, and other things. Okay, we'll get to those other things in a bit. Uh, for the accessory piece, I got the Hanging River O2 tube because it is STR, willpower, cryo damage, and electric damage again, just to make it part of the set. And basically, you get two pieces of this one. Now, the only thing different you may have noticed is the armor piece, the chest piece, because this is the free slot. I chose Will and STR. The nice thing about Will, it gives you healing receive. Basically, the healing that you receive is greater because you have more will. Next up, you still get SCR for more damage, but the real reason why I got this armor piece is because of all skill damage dealt bonus plus 13.8%. This works on all skills, and yeah, it's like the one off the other armor piece. It's like a set bonus that's like buffing up that set bonus a little bit. So, no brainer, this armor piece is probably the best in slot for any Will character and SDR. Especially since Will still gives us 50 or 40% attack bonus as SDR, and we're still getting SDR anyway. So, pretty damn good armor piece. This is the combination that I went with. I don't know about you guys, but this is the one that I really like. Now, there are other builds that I have in mind for her. Uh, Mostly a ultimate efficiency one because it does take forever for her to get her ultimate. I feel like if I also create an ultimate efficiency set, it can be pretty entertaining to see what happens because you'll be spamming your ultimate as much as you can, especially since you're spamming your battle skill, your combo trigger. It might scale pretty good once you get more ultimate efficiency. So that's a future plan. Now, let's talk about the team. Ah, I closed it. Alright, so my team is currently Snowshine, of course. I like this character. I got her in Potential 3. Potential 3 doesn't really do too much. This one, of course, is nice. Uh, Art Afflictions cannot be applied to your team whenever you do protection. It's a nice little bonus. You might not appreciate it, but later on you will once you notice that elemental enemies are pretty hard to deal with, especially when they stack. They also have access to elemental burst just like we do. And yeah, the effects of it, electrocution, solidification, it happens to us too, and this prevents that. Let's go. Ultimate is Frigid Snowfield. Again, this is a nice CC. And the third one gives you just an improved time of solidification and extra 2 seconds bonus. So that's the update to my Snowshine. Also, I did get more copies of her weapon. I think I got 2 copies because I rolled it once. I have 3 copies of it. It's pretty good. It gives me more healing for my character, which is nice. It helps Last Rite survive. So those are the changes with this character. I gave her the Michael Jackson set. This is just so that she's a little bit more tanky. When the wearer's HP is below 50%, the wearer gains 30% damage reduction against all types of damage. Well, she's actually not running that. My bad. She's running Mordvolts. It's basically wearer gains 50 will. When the wearer's HP is below 50%, treatment effect is greater by plus 30%. Right? So that one is okay. Not a bad set. Although I might consider swapping this out for something else, but I do like the treatment bonus effect here. So that's why I gave it to her. Next, her Fluorite is still running blue armors because, like I said, I don't think I need the gold ones yet. And purples might be better, but it's a hassle to craft it because I'd have to make a special set of factory stuff in order to craft the purple armor pieces, which aren't as good as gold anyway. So her set is basically this one. Wears agility plus 50, HP above 80%, physical damage plus 20%. It's not really the best set for her, but it is what it is. I don't really need anything on her except for stats. She is on the team primarily to put corrosion sometimes and also for more cryo infliction. Xaihi, however, is where things go big again. I invested quite a bit on her equipment. Let's get into it, shall we? So her set bonus is the Eternal Sirenite. 3-piece set, the wearer gains plus 1000 HP, which is really nice for healers so that they survive longer. After the wearer applies amplification, protected, susceptibility, or weakened. In this case, you're providing amp. Other teammates gain damage dealt plus 16% for 15 seconds. So she is leaning towards the buffer role and not the healer role with my build. Plus, I like this because of the ultimate gain efficiency, which is really nice to have. I have noticed a huge difference, gigantic difference in terms of availability of my ultimate. It's almost always there and ready to go after a few rotations of basic attacks off last right. Maybe like 4, and then it's ready again. It's a really good set. Ultimate gain efficiency, I think, is underrated. And if I upgrade this, it's even going to be better. Alright, so Eternal Sirenite. Plus, she is an int and willpower character. Primarily willpower, but having int is pretty decent as well because it gives you art protection or like art resistance. So those enemies that deal like beam damage or whatever elemental damage like that, you can tank it a little bit better. Okay, next, her other accessories are, of course, this one again, but it's willpower, intellect with ultimate gain efficiency again. Same thing with this one, willpower, intellect, ultimate gain efficiency. The only thing different is the chest piece, and we're using Link's Cuirass because it is willpower and intellect, plus it gives you treatment bonus. There is, however, another thing that I wanted to try with this character, but I kind of swayed a little bit different, but I think I might reconsider my options and go back to trying out this set for Intellect STR. It's going to be a little weird since we don't really scale well with Intellect, but it's not bad. I think it's still going to be good. STR is there for the added HP, but you're really after the ultimate gain efficiency. So you're going to play her primarily as a buffer, but your damage is not going to be that amazing. Alright, so again, let's take a look at her stat. Oh, I keep doing that. My bad, guys. So she is a willpower, and secondary is her intellect. So having that other chest piece might not be so bad. So yeah, that's why the gloves aren't so bad either with Xaihi. So the rotation of the skills this time is gonna be the same. You want to actually always start off with Xaihi skill because when you're full HP and you do your first last right skill, it will, or final strike, it will give you amplification, giving you her bonuses from her, what do you call it? From her set piece. The damage, 16% additional damage. It's working with that. I also changed her weapon. She's now running Freedom of Proselytes. I don't know how to say that word. but it's basically main stat plus 5%. When the wielder's battle skill provides HP treatment, which it will, the controlled operator is restored for another 60 plus willpower times zero point 0.5 HP effect only triggers once every 15 seconds. So it's another little bit of healing as well. So I decided to give this to her. She is basically a support slash healer. Not to mention, I forgot to mention, not to mention, I gave treatment bonus on links. That's why I also chose to go with this for a little bit of support and buffing, doing her role justice. All right, so those are the changes I did to the team. I will not go over any other character because I found the most success with this team even this late in the game. And I tell you, once you get used to Snowshine, she will really make your last rite shine. It is pretty tough though when multiple enemies are like attacking us all together, like last rite and Snowshine together. Most often than not, Snowshine will block the first attack and then have to eat so much damage from all the other mobs. So do it carefully, but it will work out and it still is a great team synergy, making Last Right the star of the party, which she deserves. That's it for this video. If this helped you out, do leave a like and of course sub for more Arknights Endfield content. I do have plans to play another element that's a little bit of a teaser for you guys. But of course, I'm going to continue my last ride because, well, she's just got the right to do that. All right. I'll see you all on the next video. Peace.